Well,
right there. Right there.
You work for Time Warner Cable?
Right there.
Is that who you work for?
I work for Alex Jones. Who do you work for?
You work for President
I work
Time
for Infowars. Infowars.com. It's a website.
Infowars.com. Okay, that's what I'm asking, so I can tell who you work for.
So they don't like us filming the work they're doing out here. Is that what you're saying?
Infowars brought to you by Time Warner Cable. CNN is brought to you by Time Warner Cable. So when you watch Alex Jones debate Piers Morgan on CNN, figure it out. They're both being paid by the same company. And here's the full video footage of the police officer questioning Alex Jones' employee Mike Hansen. So there's no dispute or any kind of doubt that that footage was taken out of context.
I want to go ahead and go to some video. This is Mike Hansen at the Austin airport last week, out driving around. Saw him pulling over hundreds of truck drivers, harassing them, demanding tribute. And they told Mike that he couldn't videotape off of a public road. These young cops think you're not allowed to aim a video camera at them. They're just like the general public, ignorant morons who don't know the basics about their country, about their history, or about freedom.
200 feet away at least, videotaping, and I just want people to know I didn't intimidate them or bother them at first. I just want to play this.
And you weren't on airport property. You were out by the road off the main parking lot.
Well, they made it public property by pulling over these trucks.
Here's Mike, right-wing evil, getting video of police. Police will reach in and break the brake lines and then give you a $500 ticket, something they like to do to Jimmy Ritter's reported on this. We went out and interviewed folks and covered it. There's the black combat boots of the secret police. There he goes to go tell on Mike, stares at Mike, and then goes over to one of the other officers, airport police, when Mike isn't even on airport property. He's out there in the parking lot near one of the gates to tattle. This older officer doesn't understand the First Amendment. He thinks he lives in Mexico or Russia. Maybe he should move there. And now they're about to come over. Go ahead and fade the audio up, Mike.
How you doing there?
Alright, you can turn it off.
Turn what off?
Camera.
Turn the camera off. I don't have to turn the camera off. I'm part of media. You want to see my pass?
Yeah, you have one?
Yeah, sure do. You can't tell me to turn the camera off in a public place.
Listen, lady, Donnie, just get out of my face.
You cannot tell me. You better get your sergeant over here.
You need to get out of my face.
You better get your sergeant. You cannot tell me in a public place to do this. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, I can talk.
Lady, that's in charge. Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
That's in charge of this project out here. Doesn't want you out here filming them.
Okay, well, I'll move my van off and get on the street then. How about that?
Entirely up to you.
Okay, but you cannot tell me to turn off the camera.
Well, I'm telling you what the
I'll show you some ID if you want.
manager wants from out here.
City manager wants me to cut the camera off? I know all of them.
A manager for the city. Do you have some ID?
Yeah, I sure do.
Can I see it?
Sure do. But you cannot tell me to turn off the camera.
Oh, I'm asking, do you have the ID with you?
You need to get one of these I'm asking you for a supervisor. Are you denying me a supervisor? Are you denying me a supervisor? I know my brother's a cop. You cannot intimidate me.
I'm not trying to intimidate you. I'm just telling you what I'm being told.
So you're telling.
Mike is on a parking lot outside the airport by one of the main gates. They're pulling over hundreds of truck drivers, dump truck drivers out there working their butts off, and they just give them tickets for nothing and harass them for hours. They do it every day. It's one of the most profitable things the APD does. They're shameful. So one of these older punk officers, and that's what they are, they're gang member punks, goes over and complains to this guy, and he comes over going, turn it off. He's so used to people licking his boots. Oh, you're wearing a uniform. I don't have any rights. Yes, sir. I'm an off-hit in Nazi Germany. Let's go back to the tape.
How you doing there?
Alright, you can turn it off.
Turn what off?
Camera.
Turn the camera off. I don't have to turn the camera off. I'm part of media. You want to see my pass?
Yeah, you have one?
Yeah, sure do. You can't tell me to turn the camera off in a public place.
Listen, lady, Donnie, just get out of my face.
You cannot tell me. You better get your sergeant over here.
You need to get out of my face.
You better get your sergeant. You cannot tell me in a public place to do this. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, I can talk.
Lady, that's in charge. Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
That's in charge of this project out here. Doesn't want you out here filming them.
Okay, well, I'll move my van off and get on the street then. How about that?
entirely up to you.
Okay, but you cannot tell me to turn off the camera.
Well, I'm telling you what the
I'll show you some ID if you want.
manager wants from out here.
City manager wants me to cut the camera off? I know all of them.
A manager for the city. Do you have some ID?
Yeah, I sure do.
Can I see it?
Sure do. But you cannot tell me to turn off the camera.
Oh, I'm asking, do you have the ID with you?
You need to get one of these I'm asking you for a supervisor. Are you denying me a supervisor? Are you denying me a supervisor? I know my brother's a cop. You cannot intimidate me.
I'm not trying to intimidate you. I'm just telling you what I'm being told.
So you're telling me to cut the camera? You're telling me to cut the camera off on a public place? There's a fire station right here. This is the old airport. I'm right here. Are you telling me to cut the camera off?
I'm telling you what she's asking.
Who? What's her name? Told me to turn the camera off.
I'll give you her phone number if you want.
Yes, I do want the phone number.
Do you have some ID with you that you would?
Yes, I sure do.
Can I see it, please?
Yes, come on over here. But I want this camera on at all times for documentation.
Who do you work with? Can I see it? Can I mind if I take it?
No, I do not want you taking my wallet.
I just want to move your hand so I can see it.
No, sir.
I'm not going to take your wallet.
Right there. Right there.
You work for Time Warner Cable?
Right there.
Is that who you work for?
I work for Alex Jones. Who do you work for?
You work for President
I work for
Time
Infowars. Infowars.com. It's a website.
Infowars.com. Okay, that's what I'm asking, so I can tell who you work for.
So they don't like us filming the work they're doing out here. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly right.
Well, can you get her out here and I'll go to the street? How about that? But this is public. You know that we paid for this. We paid for this property here.
I'll give her a call. Infowars.
Yeah.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Mike Hansen. I'll give you a card if you want. I'll give you a card.
That'd be fine.
And this will be on public access TV. Y'all just made a fool of yourself. You cannot tell us to film. You cannot tell. Do you know what the First Amendment is?
I understand the First Amendment.
No, you don't understand because you told me to cut the camera off.
I'm telling you what I'm being told.
Well, who's telling you? What's her name?
I'll get in touch with her.
No, what is her name?
I'll get in touch with her.
Okay, what is your name?
If she wants to get in touch with you, she can.
Can I see your badge number, please?
Go ahead.
Please. Okay, what is your name for the record?
You're looking right at it.
And who do I make a complaint to for the First Amendment? Who do you work for? Who do you work for? Airport board? Is that who you work for?
That's right.
You don't come and tell me to cut the camera off. That is against my First Amendment. You just broke the Constitution right here. I hope you know that.
I'll get in touch with her if she wants to.
Well, you tell her that I'm going to be making a complaint for the First Amendment. We have a right to film wherever we want to film.
So do you work for River City or do you work for the systems? One you're telling me, which one do you work for?
So now this is show my papers. Are you telling me to show my papers?
No, I'm just asking you who you work for.
I told you I work for Alex Jones, Infowars.com. I'm sure some of these police officers know who Alex Jones is. Right, I can give you the phone number.
No, I don't want that. That's just the company. Infowars.
Yes. .com. Do you got that spelled right?
INFOWARS?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what is your name for the record?
It's right there.
Okay, and just for the record, you're telling me that I have to cut the camera off.
I'm telling you, she doesn't want them being filmed.
Why? They're our public servants.
That's what I'm going to find out from her.
No, I would like one of them to come over here and... Do y'all don't want to be filmed?
I'm working.
He's telling me to cut the camera off. Is that what the deal is?
I'll get in touch with her.
Okay, so you say I can stay right here until she comes over here. Are you saying I can I can stay here on the old airport public property?
I'm going to give her a call. Stay where you want.
Okay. I'm a good person. You drove up here and said cut the camera off. I got it on tape.
Well, they just don't want to be filmed.
I can film anywhere. If they're in public view, I can film. My God, what is this, Nazi Germany? What is this? I was fixing to leave. I was getting ready to leave. I was called to come out here. I had a 911 call to come out here.
Well, Mike Hansen sure knows how to tear him up.